Welcome back to another episode of Easy Prepping with your old Uncle Carl here. Today I'm going to try something a little different I haven't done before. I'm going to actually test a prepper type product. This is a mini stove, and what I've been able to figure out on this thing so far, it comes with this one lid which can swing to the side to try to help you control the temperature. I'm just going to leave it closed for this testing today. Comes with a lid that has an O-ring up inside it, so that if you have fuel left when you're done using it, you close it down tight. Saves your fuel. And as best I can tell, there's several ways of arranging this thing, depending on how close you want the flame to your pot. That's one. And that's another, but you've got a very slick surface here now. And I found out pots with nothing in them don't stay on there too well. Even when it's up like this, the way I plan on testing it, very unstable. Sorry, that's not why we're going to do it. I'm going to try it like this, hopefully to make it a little more stable. And then I found out if I put something in the pot, I tried it with about an inch of water in here, and it did stay on. And since I'm going to be doing this indoors, I'm going to do safety first. I've got, well, the house is fairly new, so by code, I've got smoke and carbon monoxide detectors all over the place. Also have fire extinguisher handy. And what I plan to do is first, I'm going to test with 3 different fuels, and I'm going with a measure. I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons of each. This heat, which I've seen you could use in these. I have isopropyl alcohol 70%, and then isopropyl alcohol 91%. And I'm going to time how long it burns with each fuel. And I'm thinking under these lights, we're not going to be able to see the flame. I'm going to have to pause the camera and do this off camera, probably. But I'm pretty certain the 91% alcohol will last longer than the 70. I also want to see how efficiently the 70 burns, since it's 30% water. And completely unknown to me is the heat. How well will it do? Okay, I've now put in 2 tablespoons of the 70% isopropyl. Get my trusty telephonic communication device here. Set it up for a timer. And we will light it. We will. Okay, I'm wondering if the 70% is even going to burn at all. There we go. It's finally lit. That was a chore. I'll start the timer. And I don't know if you could see that on camera or not, but it's barely burning, flickering. But I'll bring you back and we'll see how it did. Well, this 70% alcohol is burning a lot longer than I thought it would. You see, we've got 7 minutes and 40 seconds right now, and it's still going strong. So I'll be back. Well, a quick power hit has turned off my studio lights. I have to physically turn them back on. Thought as long as they're off, I turned down the lights here in the ceiling so you could see better the flame we're getting here. Once again, this is the 70% isopropyl alcohol, and I am impressed. I thought I'd get 2 or 3 minutes out of this, and we're going on 11 minutes now, and this thing's still burning strong. So let me get my lights all turned back on. I'll bring you all back in when this thing goes out and let you know how long it did burn on the 70% alcohol. Well, welcome back. And forgot to mention earlier, we've got some pretty gusty winds today. It's probably the reason for the power hit. And we are under tornado watch. We're expecting some bad weather here in a few hours, but being as I do all the film editing in the tornado shelter anyway, I'll be down there when it hits. So back to this. It just went out, and I stopped the timer, and we went 16 minutes, 12 seconds. And I got to tell you, I'm impressed. Just 2 tablespoons of 70% alcohol gave us a burn of over 16 minutes. Now, I got to admit that last 30, 40 seconds or so, it was getting pretty low. I'm not sure would have heated much anyway, but I tell you, I'm impressed. Next, after this thing cools off, we'll start up the 90% alcohol and see how well it does. And in case I didn't show you before, I've got this thing set up on a cookie sheet that's upside down, sitting on a bunch of pot holders. So, like I said, fire extinguisher down here right by my leg. I've set it up as safe as I could possibly be here. So I don't want to see any comments about being unsafe burning this inside the house. I mainly wanted to test it inside the house because I think if I ever had to really use it in like fallout shelter, tornado shelter, it's going to be indoors. And I have put a carbon monoxide detector in that room. But I'll be back and we'll do the 90% alcohol. Okay, it's been out here now for about 10 minutes and it's very cool. It cooled down pretty quick, in fact, faster than I thought it would. And now we're going to put in the 2 tablespoons of the 91%. Try not to spill any. What would that be, a fire hazard or what? Okay, there's 2 tablespoons of the 91%. Well, I'll get her to light here. Come on. There we go. It's trying. And I'll start the timer and bring you all back with the results. Okay, YouTube, welcome back. And I'm kind of surprised by this result. The 91% isopropyl alcohol lasted less. I got 13 minutes and 33 seconds. Also at the end here, it has a stronger smell to it. I would think there's still alcohol in there, but I tried to relight just on the off chance there was some left in there and got nothing. So the 91% alcohol actually lasted a shorter amount of time. Next, I'll bring you back when putting the heat in there. We'll see how it does. Welcome back, Easy Preppers. And the last product we're going to try here is the heat. I saw online that these things are supposed to run on this, and some out there have said it runs better with this stuff. But we'll time the burn here and see. There's 1 tablespoon. And keep it fair. 2 tablespoons. And if you don't know, this is a product that auto stores sell. You put this in your gas tank with 20 gallons, and it's supposed to keep you from getting water in your fuel that'll freeze up in the winter especially, and make your engine run worse. Now, let's see if this stuff will ignite. Yeah, like that lit better than any of the alcohols. Easier anyway. And I will start the timer. And one thing I want to point out about this stove, it seems now consistent with all of the different fuels that it takes it a minute or two before it starts burning out through the holes in around the edge like it's supposed to. I think maybe it has to heat up. In fact, heat up. Now it looks like this product has started that burn through the outer holes a lot faster than either of the isopropyl alcohols, but the flame isn't near as high, but it's plenty hot above it. And last, after this test, the reason I have a pot here, I'm going to put a cup of water in it, and then one of these that I think burn probably the best. This one appears to be doing a pretty good job. I'm going to see how long it takes it to boil a cup of water. So I'll be back with you when we have results on how long this burns. Well, YouTube, I wanted to bring you back just to show you briefly that, well, the flame on this one is a lot less yellow and more blue. I think you can even see that with my studio lights on here. And it's burning a whole lot hotter. I can feel the heat all the way back here. So far, don't know the burn time yet, but as far as the heat coming off of this thing, the heat is the best product. We'll see how long it burns. Yeah, welcome back again, YouTube. And as I suspected, it was burning so hot, we have the least amount of burn time per 2 tablespoons. We're at 9 minutes and 47 seconds. So shorter burn time, but a hotter burn. Leave it up to you which one you want to get. I'm going to try one more test here today, I think. I'm going to put what I think more people would probably have on their shelf. And that's just this cheap, actually this is Dollar Tree isopropyl alcohol, 70%, but it is per cup the least expensive and what probably most people would have on their shelf. And it did burn pretty well in this thing. So here, after it cools off, I'm going to put, probably maybe half fill this thing. And I'm going to get some water in the pan here. And we'll see if it boils water. And if so, how long does it take? Yeah, welcome back again, YouTube. And I've taken the 70% isopropyl and poured enough in here. I think I've got it probably full almost up to this rim. The bottom section is mainly full. Now, if I didn't point out earlier, it has this that you can try to control the heat, take it down some. I'm not going to use that today. I want to see if it can boil some water. So we'll get it lit here. Come on, light up. Okay, gonna get going. And once again, I'll get the timer ready. Reset the last one. Let's see if it'll stay lit. I think I may have it a little bit, actually too full for it to get the air circulating in it the way it's supposed to. But we'll set our pot on top of it. Yeah, it's still burning. And we'll start the timer. I've had 2 cups of water in here. I wanted a little more weight because with the weight of the handle, it kind of water flips off of there if you don't have something a little more substantial in the pot. So we're still burning, and we'll see if this thing can boil water. I'll bring you back. Well, bringing you back for a little update here. We're 8.5 minutes in, and as you can see, I think it's burning a lot better. It's finally burning the way it's really supposed to, just around the rim. It started that a few minutes ago, but we already have water that's getting a little steam off the top of it. I wouldn't call it, well, there's our tornado watch again. Anyway, we're getting a little steam off the top of the water, but I wouldn't call it anywhere near boiling yet. So we'll let it go a little longer and see if we can get a real boil out of this. So YouTube, a little update. We are at, let's see, look at the timer here, 20 minutes. And it's just now coming to a decent boil where bubbles are releasing from the bottom of the pan and coming up. Hope you can see the steam coming off of there now. The 20 minutes is a pretty good amount of time to get 2 cups of water to boil. But once again, this is more of a survival type item. It's meant to be extremely small to not take up much space in your prepper bins. But that's the result on that so far. So I will take the water off of here. I will use the attached lid to put it out. Sorry, that's the vent. This is the actual lid that will go on there to save the fuel. And as a conclusion, let's see, the 70% alcohol, 2 tablespoons, burned for 16 minutes and 12 seconds. The 91% alcohol, 2 tablespoons, burned for 13 minutes and 30 seconds. The heat only made it, I think, about 9 minutes, but it burned a lot hotter. If I wanted to mess around with this longer, I might try the heat to see how long it took to boil the water. But that was boiling 2 cups of water, and you typically need 2 cups of water per 1 cup of long grain white rice. So if your preps include rice and beans, as they should, there's what that alcohol stove can do for you. And in closing, please, if you have not yet clicked that subscribe button, please do so. If you found this video informative, give me that thumbs up. And today's quote is from Abraham Lincoln. If I had 8 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend 6 hours sharpening my axe. Thank you for watching.